Reg vehicles tend to be a lot more rough. But my uncle, he takes pretty good care of his trucks. Like that red Ford, like he did, he's not a wealthy man, right? But no, he took good care of it. He, and then I got it. And now look at it, right? Now look at it. But, he did the best he could with it. So I don't know how long they'll have this for, but hopefully a good while. And, I mean, it's all he needs, like the V6 for what he does. He does work his trucks, though, like, kind of like, think like farm work without the farm. You know what I mean? Where he's not beating it up, but like he'll go do stove wood, he'll pick things up, he'll whatever, move things for the Legion, that kind of stuff with it, right? So not like like scrap metal and stuff like I do. Like this, as lovely as this truck is, it'd be too small for me. That big tree stump was on fire. That was kind of bizarre. Yeah, like I need the V8s, Like, I need a dually is what I need, but I just can't afford to run a dually. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody out there. But, yeah, nice and smooth. A lot of screens in this thing. As soon as you back up, put it in reverse, the reverse cam comes on. See, the ass end of this thing seems high. The mirror seems a little bit weird. No, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's kind of weird. It's just that I find the windows, the way they got the windows, it's not great for shoulder checks. I find that the pillars in between are a little bit on the big. I mean, it's just maybe I'm not used to it or whatever, but. Yeah, nice little truck. Nice little truck. This one you can lock the transmission. So like, let's say you're pulling something, right? And the biggest problem you have with a V6 is the engine's usually not the problem. It's usually the transmission. Most of these V6s, what happens to them is the transmission goes because the engine's strong enough to pull more than its weight, right? But weight capacity, but the transmission kicking up and down constantly, second, third, fourth, second, third, fourth, really beats the shit out of it on the hills, right? So you can lock this thing in third gear, second gear, whatever you want, or lock it up to third gear so it doesn't go into fourth. So you have you're not constantly kicking down and up and down on the transmission when you're pulling something heavy. So you'll burn a lot more fuel, but you don't damage the transmission as much. So I don't know, you got to mess around. I haven't done it yet. This is the first time I've driven this thing. Second time I've been in it, but the first time I drove it. And yeah, not too shabby. Not too shabby. So if you do get a truck like this and you wanted to do scrap metal, just be mindful of locking your transmission. You have to read the manual how to do it. It's not hard to do. Like you can do it without looking at it once you know what to do. But there's a trick to it, right? And if you could do that, you could save your transmission on these smaller trucks. Until you could either afford a bigger truck, or you can, or if it's just something you're only doing once in a while, and you don't need the bigger truck for most of the time. So that's how you turn a little truck like this into a big truck. Yeah. But the rest of the time, but you can do quite a bit with a truck like this too. Like, don't kid yourself. Nice thing about these little light trucks is, they're a little bit smaller, so you can get them in. You can get them into like this is smaller than a Sierra just. It's very similar in size to a Sierra, but it's a little bit smaller. Like because like a lot of people buy trucks for image. Like the small, like if you look at like the utilitarianism of the trucks of the 80s, right? There were boxes with engines and wheels, you know, motorized wheelbarrows. That's all they were. And you would get, like, say, a little quarter-ton truck would be, you know, like a Datsun, little Datsun, or a little Toyota Ram 50, S10, those kind of things, right? And they were physically a smaller truck, you know, like they were definitely smaller. But those type of trucks, like the off-road guys, like the small trucks, like the little Toyota Tacomas and stuff like that, which are, you know, a really pretty little truck, aren't they? But the trucks like most people want, they want the look of a full size, right? Now, as soon as you get in this thing, you know it's not a full size. Like it is pretty cramped. She didn't wave at me. She's probably a cousin of mine, doesn't even know it. I'm entering Otter Lake, where almost everybody's, half these people in there are my relatives in that graveyard there. So, but anyway, as I was saying, like a lot of people, the image sells a lot of trucks, because people in the city don't need trucks most of the time. They're just buying them because, oh, I don't want to get stuck in the snow, or I might go off-roading or something. It's all bullshit, but, you know, they buy them, you know, more for look, right? So, and if it looks like a full size but has a V6, you're more likely to sell the vehicle. So the exterior looks bigger than, you don't gain on the inside though. So that, like, the back seats there are like for kids, or really short trips with adults. Like your legs are going to be sideways back there. Same in my dad's other little truck there. Is that a doggy? At my cousin's? Hey, he's just checking out. It's my cousin's dog. There's that poor Corvette. Oh, they blew up the tires on it. There's a little doggy. It's my fourth cousin, I think. Met her by accident, asking about that Corvette. And yeah, it's like, oh yeah. She asked me where I was from. I said neighboring town, and I told her my last name. She said, oh, I'm related to them. And she goes, do you know such and such? I said, yeah, that's my dad. So okay, we're like fourth cousins. It's like, oh, okay. Better watch the speed for the kiddos. This is where they do the fur pickup there for the trapping, which I'm going to try to trap that, I already trapped it. I'm going to try to tan that beaver pelt this year. I did it before. I'm going to see if I can buy the tanning solution and do it that way. And I don't know who that was. Can't really tell. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can tan that little beaver pelt. There's a Mario. There we go. So yeah, there's that. But yeah. So anyway, I think I'm gonna stop at the Coin Pickenock, because it's got the world's best meat sticks in the world there. So I'm gonna go in and get some. Yeah, because I don't come up here enough, and I hope they have some. Gotta drive over. I gotta be careful, because this truck actually has brakes. I'm not used to that. I told my uncle, I said, if you find me a little bit heavy on the brakes, don't worry. It's just my car's not as good. Okay. Look at these. Everybody pulling in beside. I bet you everybody has the same idea. I better get in there first in case there's not many sticks left, meat sticks left.